So back to Hennessy Marie. I was saying one, I don't know. I don't really care that she outed these men. I don't care. And people are thinking like, oh, well, what about morals? If a guy is getting with you, then you shouldn't tell anyone your clientele list. You should be a businesswoman. Like, these men don't respect me. All these men did was look at me as an object. And so I just, like, she gave them what they wanted. I don't care. But I guess it's like, oh, you're ruining these men's lives. But it's like, just by her existing as a trans woman and being out about that, that's doing a lot more damage to her life than these men's lives will ever be damaged. And to me, I can compare it to, honestly, like black people. Like if a white person way back in the times of old actually was dating a black person, they'd call them an N-word lover and they'd shame them, burn their house down. How dare you like them blacks? And it's bad. Yes, I get it. White people have lost their jobs and their homes because of their association with a black person. Just like how, with different types of oppression, it's not good to speak out against the norm. So when these men are with a trans woman, okay, now they're taking away their masculinity. Like the privilege of being a man is being taken from them. So now they're associated with a trans woman and they're just like, they're getting back to the bottom. Like they have to fight for their privilege of being a man again and nobody respects them anymore. And I get that. That's hard. But honestly, you should be standing with the woman you love. And I know just because you go and you do sexual things with somebody, that don't mean you love them. But a trans woman is very much needed, like marginalized in our society. They need help. They need like you to actually care about them. I don't know how to describe it. Like if you want these women to be prostitutes for you, you should at least try to advocate for them and make their lives easier because you like these type of women and maybe you don't love them, whatever, but you should show care to a fellow human being, okay? And that's all I could say. Like, okay, like I don't care. But I did see like a black man. He could have been a rapper, but he got very upset at the fact that like, oh, people are knowing that I was with this woman, Hennessy Marie, and he just started yelling and being very angry on Instagram Live. And it was like with a tarot reader, and I understand it can be hard because you are lowering your status basically because now people know you got with a trans woman. And I get that there's anger that comes with that. You want to say, well, I didn't know. Well, I didn't know. She tricked me. She tricked me. And it's like, it wasn't a trick. It was not a trick. And a lot of people know. And people don't want to stand in what they like. And they are scared of losing their privileges, losing the way people view them. But that's still nothing compared to living life as a trans woman publicly and openly. Especially living life as a sex worker publicly and openly. I feel like these men can recover. I feel like it's not the end of the world for them. Just like with those white people back in more racist times. Even though white people still get beat up by their other white peers, I'm sure, if they talk about black people issues. But same with back then. Like, I'm sure white people had their houses burned down, but you know what they can do? They can shut up, not mess with them in words no more, and go back to living in white society. Just like this black man, you can go back to being a black male and you can erase that whole thing you had with a trans woman. I do not think that will live on with you forever because even with Karrine Stephans, she outed a lot of these black men and they still have careers. And she outed Jay-Z. And a lot of like big names, Karrine, Stephans, Superhead, I believe. And those men are still doing amazing. You know, these rappers, these black men who are rappers, they have raped women and they have gotten away with it. They made songs talking about drugging women. They get away with it. They live good. So I don't care that much. I don't think they're that hurt. And even with like a guy, I guess, let's say his girlfriend breaks up with them because he found out she was with some sex worker, he was with some prostitute, hoe, whatever. Like a lot of women don't want to leave a man who cheats because they provide for them financially. And yeah, I'm sure she could get angry, but like when a man has a certain amount of money, women don't care if he's cheating on them. So I just think, okay, well, step your money up and get you a girl who don't care if you cheat on her. That's it. So that's my take on it. I don't really care. And also, dark skinned women, again, can out you too. But we see this a lot with these lighter skinned women. But that's just because people give light skinned women a bigger platform. But darker skinned women can do the same thing. It's just that you don't know somebody's character, like what Erica Banks was saying. She needs them big booty bitches, them bitches who look, like strippers, look good to come with her in the club, and that messes you up because you're not thinking about somebody's personality, you're just thinking about their looks, and that will always mess you up. Whether you do this with a dark-skinned black woman or a light-skinned black woman or whoever, the same problem is still going to be there. And yeah, just don't look at people based off desirability. And if somebody is looking at you as an object, that means, they're not your friend. They're not for you. That's all. Bye.